Where did this virus come from? Well, the current dialogue surrounding avian influenza speaks of a potential H5N1 pandemic as if it were a natural disaster, a hurricane, earthquake, over which we couldn't possibly have control. The reality, though, is that the next pandemic may be more of an unnatural disaster of our own making. Where did this virus come from in the first place? And of course, AIDS is not our only new disease. There's SARS, Ebola, mad cow, bird flu, but from where do emerging diseases emerge? Well, let's go back a bit further, much further. Human beings have been on this earth for millions of years, yet throughout most of human evolution, there were no epidemic diseases. No one ever got the measles because measles didn't exist. No one got smallpox, no one got the flu, not even the common cold, until about here, 10,000 years ago. Medical anthropologists have identified three major periods of disease since the beginning of human evolution, and the first started just 10,000 years ago with the domestication of animals. When we brought animals into the barnyard, they brought their diseases with them. After decades of declining infectious disease mortality in the United States, the trend has reversed in recent decades. This is a graph from the CDC of infectious disease mortality over time, over the last 50 years or so. And as you can see, it starts declining, 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 declining. But then around 1975, it started to go back up. The number of Americans dying from infectious disease started to go back up. Starting around 1975, new diseases started to emerge and reemerge at a rate unheard of in the annals of medicine. More than 30 new diseases in 30 years, mostly newly discovered viruses. In fact, the whole concept of emerging infectious disease has gone from a mere curiosity in the field of medicine. Now it's an entire discipline, really moved to center stage. We may soon be facing, according to the U.S. Institute of Medicine, what they call a catastrophic storm of microbial threats. We are now smack dab in the third era of human disease, which seems to only started about 30 years ago. Medical historians have called this time in which we live the age of emerging plagues, almost all of which come from animals.
Dr. Greger even almost predicted the shortage of toilet paper within the context of his discussion on emergency preparedness, or the lack thereof, for the eventual outcome of such a foreseeable event.
All the way down to individual and family preparation, which really focuses on getting everyone right now to stockpile weeks of essential supplies to shelter in place during a pandemic, isolating ourselves and our families in our homes until the danger passes. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security is now using as a key planning assumption that the U.S. population may be directed to remain in their homes under self-quarantine for up to 90 days per wave of the pandemic to support social distancing. Kind of like a snow emergency where you're just told to stay inside, don't go out unless it's an emergency. But instead of lasting a day or two, lasts weeks or even months. Everyone ready to stay in their homes for 3 months? If we have to go out to the corner store during a pandemic to buy toilet paper or something, we may be bringing back to our family more than just groceries.
All right, first I want to bring you guys up to date with the current coronavirus situation. Dr. Greger is going to be doing a webinar on April the 8th, 2020, How Not to Die in a Pandemic, covering a bunch of scholarly articles on this COVID-19 coronavirus situation. But I wanted to bring this to you guys' attention because, as you can see, he's covered a lot of this information before. And if I'm not mistaken, this video was originally recorded in 2008. You can totally tell Dr. Greger looks a lot different. He's lost some weight since then. And even though it surfaced on YouTube in, I think, 2013, what we're looking at here is from 2008. So this is some of his earlier work, guys, and I really want y'all to check this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link that's going to pop up as a thumbnail at the end of this video so you can watch this full presentation, because people are online in the comments just finding this video a couple days ago saying, man, this needs to go viral. Well, this is Dr. Greger's viral presentation that never went viral. So look out for some longer videos from me coming this weekend, and go ahead and click on the thumbnail that pops up right now to check out this full presentation by Dr. Greger. All right, y'all know what time it is. Red Pill Vegan. Next.